Hi, I'm Billy and welcome to my video. Today I'm doing the ultimate bookish day in my life. I have a bunch of different book related activities that I want to do today and I thought why not film it? I love watching these videos and so I thought I would make my own. I've got a list on my phone here of the things that I want to do. So lots of reading, of course. I want to organize my bookshelves and I want to put all of my physical TBR together. That way I just have them close and it's easy to grab from it when I'm ready to start a new book. I have books all over the house, like in every different corner of the house. I really just want to organize them. I want to go to the bookshop. I shouldn't be buying anything. I'm more going to window shop and just browse, but there is one book that if I see it, I really want to buy it. So we'll see if that happens. I do have a book haul as well. I bought some books online, so I will be doing an unboxing book haul. And oh, I really want to make a TBR jar because I see so many people do those TBR picks my next month reads and I really want to do those. So I want to make a TBR jar with a bunch of prompts on the inside. I think it'll be so much fun. And I think that's it. Reading, bookshelves, physical TBR, TBR jar, bookshop, book haul, just book yaps, I guess. That is what I have planned. So without further ado, let's get straight into it with a morning coffee. So this is the book that I've been reading recently. You've probably never heard of it. It's super underground, indie, not very well known at all. This is the 5th book in the ACOTAR series. I don't even need to explain it. Literally everyone and their dog has read this book. It is the most recent release, though people have been talking a lot about a 6th book being announced soon, which fingers crossed because the timing of that is impeccable, even though we'll definitely have to wait at least a year for that to come out. Anyway, I am about maybe like 60% through the book. I've been reading for the past week or so. I definitely do like it. That being said, it's no Throne of Glass to me. And I don't know how many people would agree with that. I think maybe because I read Throne of Glass first, I sort of have this bias towards it. But I don't know. This will just never be Throne of Glass for me. Still entertaining. Majority of the books in the series I rated 5 stars. This is potentially going to be a 5-star. It's really good, but it's no Throne of Glass, is essentially what I'm trying to say. I'm definitely keen to see where the rest of it's going to go, especially because I'm now nearing the end. I know some shit is going to go down and I'm excited. But the main thing I'm excited about finishing this book is that I can actually go and look at all the edits and the fan casting and all of that stuff without it being spoiled. That's kind of my favorite thing about finishing a series or finishing a book, is being able to go and look it up afterwards and seeing what everyone's talking about. And the fan cast, I love looking at the fan cast. I haven't really put any actors specifically to the characters in this book. I've maybe heard some, but I really want to have a look and see who people are thinking would make good faces to these characters, if that makes sense. But yeah, I thought I would give you my brief rundown on how I'm feeling so far. I'm currently at page 432. Some things are happening, and yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm gonna collect all the books that I haven't read from all the different nooks and crannies of the house and put them all together. That way I can kind of organize my TBR a little bit better. I can see it physically, so I know what I have to read, what I should just get rid of if I'm not gonna read it. But say goodbye to my beautifully styled bookshelf because a lot of these I haven't read. So they're all going to go in a separate section so I can keep my TBR together and then feel inspired to actually read them instead of buying new books. But this is going to cause quite the mess. Can't wait. So many stacks of books in front of me right now that have just been hiding in different corners of the house. I've brought them all together and we're going to organize them together. A lot of the books in my house actually don't belong to me. They're my boyfriend's sister's and she moved overseas. So hence why there are so many books. I promise I don't buy this many just to not read them. A lot of them are borrowed. She does have quite a few as well that I'm not going to read. So those I'm separately going to package up and put away so I've got more space in the house for other things. But as for the ones I do want to read, I have majority of them in front of me now and I'm just going to organize them to keep my TBRs packaged together, hopefully inspiring me to pick them up more and read them. I also have some books that I'm thinking of unhauling. I just don't think I'm ever going to read them. So let's have a look at those. I've got the entire fine print series, unless there's more than 3 books. I actually have no idea. I thrifted these in a thrift vlog for $2 each, which is crazy, but I don't think that I'm going to read these realistically. I just cannot see myself reading these. Let me just read a little bit. I just don't think I'm going to read these. So let's unhaul those. I'm really contemplating also unhauling the whole Twisted series that I have. I read the first one and I quite honestly hated it. It was disgusting. I really did not like it at all. So maybe I'll also unhaul that. I have Twisted Love as well in a different room. These are getting unhauled. I don't have a TBR cart. There is one that all the book girlies have, but I just can't justify buying a book cart right now. It's just not a financial priority for me right now. Instead, I thought I could just use these containers and kind of have it be a TBR container. I don't know how it's going to look, but I guess we'll find out. So essentially, I want to put all of these books into these containers. A lot of the ones I've got here in front of me are either books in a series I'm not up to yet or full series that I haven't started, so I'm only going to put the next books that I'm up to in here, if that makes sense. And then the books that I'm not up to yet, I'll just put in a separate container and I'll bring that out once I continue a series and so on and so forth. Anyways, let's start organizing these stacks of books and put them into a fun little container. Okay, in bucket number 1, I'm just going to put general TBR, quickly go through everything that I've got here. So the reappearance of Rachel Price is, I think, a mystery thriller. The Love Hypothesis, One Dark Window, good material. Once Upon a Broken Heart, If We Were Villains, Fourth Wing. Yes, I haven't read Fourth Wing. I'm slow. 100 Years of Solitude, Blue Sisters. Okay, that is the first little bucket. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Okay, bucket number 2, the Atlas 6, The Secret History, The Night Circus, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, The Prison Healer, Reckless, Carrie Soto's Back. I don't think I can fit any more in here. So that's bucket number 2, Intermezzo or Intermezzo. I actually think that's it. That might actually be all that I have. Oh, I also have Ninth House. That needs to go into the container. Now, as for books that are a continuation of a series that I'm not yet up to, I'll show you what I've got. Here's another container that I'll pop these in. 2 Twisted Crowns, The Gilded Cage, and The Blood Trader. I don't know what the order is here. The Gilded Cage and then The Blood Trader. Yeah, so these 2. And then I have The Ballad of Never After and A Curse of True Love. I don't know the order of these either. The Ballad of Never After and then A Curse of True Love. Realistically, I also don't know if I'm going to read that series. It doesn't belong to me. It's my boyfriend's sister's. But having it here, I mean, I may as well. I'll see how I go with the TBRs. If I just never pick it up and never read it, then I'll just package it up with the rest of her books. Then I have Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. I love the Magnolia series. Tell me why I bought the first 2 and then the 5th book of this series, because I'm now up to the 3rd book and I don't own it. So I kind of jumped the gun by buying the last one, but oh well, at least I have it and I'll be able to read it when I get to it. And then Iron Flame. Again, I haven't read Fourth Wing. It's on the cards for this year, and that's actually it. That is it. I also have this, which is again my boyfriend's sister's. I think this is the 3rd Crescent City book. I do eventually want to read Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow. So yeah, this is the 3rd one in the Crescent City series. So I don't know if I need to have it in here. I'm probably not going to get to this anytime soon. So I might just put that with her other stuff to package away. These are the books that I will save for once I get up to them in the series. And as for my TBR, it's actually looking so cute if I can even manage to lift these 2. So I've squeezed it into 2 of these boxes. We've got number 1, and I'll just squeeze intermezzo in there. Intermezzo, I don't know, someone tell me how to pronounce it because I have no idea. So we've got number 1. Oh my god, how cute. And number 2. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I'm just gonna organize these and make them look fun. Nearly as good as how it did before, but now I can officially say that I've read all of the books here. Still in the rainbow because I just couldn't. I just love it. Sorry, I just do. I have so much more space on the ends, which is why I put in these cute dice book ends. They're these vintage antique book ends that they were my mom's and I stole them from her pretty much because they're so cute. And that is what the bookshelf is now looking like. Hopefully over the next few weeks, months, it will get a lot prettier with all the books that I do read. But this is my have read shelf. And down here we have my TBR, which, by the way, can I just say, fit absolutely perfectly. Like the way that these 2 containers both perfectly fit in there is so satisfying. But yeah, that is those. And now let's make a TBR jar because this is what I've been so excited to do. Okay, so I'm back on the couch and I want to write some TBR prompts. I've got all of these little bits of paper that I cut out last night, and this is going to be my TBR jar. It's literally from a bolognese sauce, and I have a list on my phone of some fun prompts that I want to write down. Maybe I won't do all of them. I counted, there's only 18 books in my TBR, so I don't really need to do that many. I think I have like 50 written down, but let's just see. I'm not going to read them all out as I go. I'll just do some, otherwise we'll be here forever. But let's do it. Okay, I'm actually going to make this a little bit cuter and put some stickers on it. So I'm just going to use these little Diamante ones and write TBR jar. I'm just going to have to not be a perfectionist with this, otherwise we'll be here forever. And it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. It does not need to be perfect. TBR, wow, revolutionary stuff. Can you see that? I said I wasn't going to be a perfectionist about it, but I just can't help it. This one needs to go. I also have these little stars, so maybe I'll put some of those on for a little bit of extra something something. This is so much fun. I love doing little arts and crafts. Okay, cute. I think I'm happy with that. There she is. ugly cover for $23 or the beautiful cover for $33. That's the issue I'm having now. Then do I want my series to all be the same, or do I just want the beautiful UK cover? I can't decide. Okay, so it's a couple days later and I've got a very exciting package that just came in the mail. Very chunky, very heavy. I had the realization recently that I don't actually need to be buying books brand new. I have managed to thrift a couple in the past, but that was pure luck that I found popular books that I wanted to read at the op shop. And so I kind of thought I'd browse on Depop and see if people were selling books. Turns out so many people are selling secondhand books on Depop. I don't know why it just never crossed my mind to look there, but I did. And my trick was find one person that's selling multiple books that I want. That way you only have to pay for the shipping once and you can get a bunch of different ones. So I found this girl who was selling 3 different books that I wanted. I paid, I think, $28 including shipping. It ended up being like $7 each if you calculate it. Let's find out. Okay, no, so it was like $9 each book if you include cost of shipping, which was $14. She was selling the books for like $4 or $5 each, and then after shipping it came to about $9 each book. So I thought I'd unbox this with you guys, but first I wanted to show you the book that I bought when I went book shopping. In case you haven't guessed it, it was Magnolia Park's Into the Dark, but I was deciding between getting the cover that we have in Australia, which I believe is the American cover, the ugly one, no offense, the ugly one with the feet on it, if you know you know, or the UK cover, which was $10 extra but so stunning. And final guesses, I bought the UK cover. I mean, did I need to pay an extra $10 purely for this cover? Probably not. But did I do it anyway? Yes. All the other Magnolia books that I have are the ugly cover that I don't like. But I thought I'd treat myself and get this one. And then I also need to get the next book in the series, which is Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, I believe. So I'm going to get that one in this cover as well as a special treat. But how stunning is this? I'm obsessed. It's also a bigger book. I do prefer the smaller sized books, but I'll make do for this one. It's quite chunky as well. I know this is just going to be filled with drama and I can't wait. I'm so excited to read that. So that's going straight in my TBR. And without further ado, let's get into this package. I honestly don't even really remember what I bought, and I have no idea what type of quality they're in. I'm just hoping that it's good. I'm sure it will be. You can see them. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Here they are. But yeah, if you're not picky and you're looking for some secondhand books to buy, I definitely recommend going on Depop, because now I have all these extra books and didn't need to pay $10+ for them. So I got 3 books. First book I bought is Sweet Bitter by Stephanie Danler. I have no idea if that's right. This is quite an older book. The condition of it is a little bit yellow. I really could care less. I am so fine with that. I think this book came out in 2017, and I know it's also a show now, but I've had this recommended by my friend Clarissa before, and so I've really wanted to read it. And here it is. So now I can finally read it. I don't really know what it's about. Let's have a look. Tess is the 22-year-old narrator of this stunning first novel, moving to New York, a place at the center of the universe, from a place that feels like nowhere to live. She lands a job with a renowned Union Square restaurant and begins to navigate the chaotic and punishing life of a waiter, on and off duty. As her appetites awaken, not just for food and wine, but also for knowledge and friendship, Tess becomes helplessly drawn into a dark, alluring love triangle. Oh, that sounds perfect. And I've had so much experience working in hospitality, so I feel like I'm going to relate to this. The next book that I bought is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Potentially this is a romance or maybe some sort of like contemporary fiction. I actually have no idea, but I thought it was quite different to all the books that I have in my TBR currently. I wanted to add a little bit more romance and just real life situations rather than all fantasy, which is the majority of what I have in my TBR right now. But this is Love and Other Words. It's a perfectly sized little book, such a good filler book between fantasy books. It says, "The heart may hide, but it never forgets. Then, at 13, you were my first real friend. At 15, you were my first love. At 18, you were my everything. We are about to take on the world together until one mistake shattered our future. Now, I'm about to marry a safe man who will never touch my heart, whose loss would never break me. T. He doesn't really need me, and that's how I like it. Until one day I turned around in a coffee shop and there you were. It's been 11 years and nothing has changed. I don't know how to forgive you, and worse, I don't know if I can resist you." Okay, sounds like T. "Loving you nearly destroyed me, but losing you again is unthinkable. Am I brave enough to risk it all?" Okay, that sounds like fun. And the last book that I got, which looks like brand new, is Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carland. Okay. Wow, this is like, I wonder if this is like a US edition because the book feels different. It's a little bit bigger and the pages are all a little different. Really random observation, but anywho, Before We Were Strangers, it says, "A love-hate love story. A missed connection, a second chance at love. To the green-eyed lovebird. We met 15 years ago, almost to the day. Then I moved my stuff into the NYU dorm next to yours at senior house. You called us fast friends. I like to think it was more. We lived on nothing but excitement of finding ourselves through music. You were obsessed with Jeff Buckley. Photography, I couldn't stop taking photos of you. Hanging out in Washington Square Park and all the weird things we did to make money. I learned more about myself that year than any other, yet somehow it all fell apart. We lost touch the summer after graduation when I went to South America to work for National Geographic. When I came back, you were gone. A part of me still wonders if I pushed you too hard after the wedding. I didn't see you again until a month ago. It was a Wednesday. You were rocking back on your heels, balancing on a thick yellow line that runs along the subway platform, waiting for the F train. I didn't know it was you until it was too late, and then you were gone. Again. You said my name, I saw it on your lips. I tried to will the train to stop just so I could say hello. After seeing you, all the youthful feelings and memories came flooding back to me, and now I've spent the better part of a month wondering what your life is like. I might be totally out of my mind, but would you like to get a drink with me and catch up on the last decade and a half?" Oh, what a cute little summary there. So a lot of these books kind of seem to have, well, these two definitely seem very similar, but again, sounds like a fun little filler book, which I'm excited to have because all of mine are a little bit serious and a little bit, I don't know, I needed a little bit of fluff in my TBR, if that makes sense. But yeah, that is my book haul and that is my video. Thank you so much for watching. I really want to do more book content, so leave a comment below if you would like to see that. I have nothing else to say. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.